Hey guys, welcome or hopefully welcome back to my channel, Rad Roots Yoga. My name is Brittany and I will be your facilitator for practice today. We are going to get started in a child's pose. Knees are going to be wide towards the edges of our mats, big toes together. We're going to sink the hips back. Arms are reaching out long as we sink the heart down towards the mat. Checking in with the body, making note of how we feel today. Maybe you find some gentle rolls back and forth on the forehead. If you'd like to stay here longer, taking the time to tune inwards, please feel free to do so. We're going to go ahead and start bending into the elbows, bringing the palms together over our heads, stretching out the triceps. Maybe you find a gentle bounce with the upper body. From here, we're going to press onto all fours. We're going to take the right arm and we're going to weave it under the left as we sink our right shoulder down towards the mat and the right ear. Inhale to unwind, replanting the right hand. This time we're lifting the left hand and weaving it under the right arm. Lowering the left shoulder and the left ear to the mat. Inhale to unravel. We're going to tuck onto the toes and we're going to sit the hips back onto the heels. We're setting up tall here, hands to heart center. We're going to roll out the wrists in one direction. And reverse it in the opposite direction. We're going to place the left hand to the left heel. And as we press our hips forward, the right hand is going to come up and back towards the back left corner of our mats. Opening up the heart towards the sky and release back to center. Right hand to the right heel, left hand is coming up and over as we press our hips forward. Inhale back to center. We're going to do that one more time each way. Left hand to left heel, send the hips forward. Right fingertips come up and back. And release to center. Right hand to right heel, pressing the hips forward. Left fingertips come around and back towards the right back corner of our mats. And then we are releasing back to center. We're going to go ahead and press all the way up onto our knees. Palms are going to touch overhead. We're going to reach up and out of the waist. From here, we're going to drop the left hand down towards the ground. We're going to plant that left hand. We're going to extend the right leg out long off the right sides of our mat. From here, we're going to bring the right toes up to tap the right hand. And then we're going to lower it back down. You're not resting it on the ground at the bottom, you are just hovering it directly above. And we're going to tap for 4 more times. Bring the right toes up, tap, and down, tap, down, tap. Last one, down. We're gonna bring the right knee back towards the left, planting it on the mat. Upper body lifts, palms are touching overhead. Reaching up and out of the waist, right hand is going to plant to the ground. Off the right side of our mat, we're extending the left leg long off the left side. We're gonna bring the left toes up to tap the left hand. And lower back down. 4 more, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Replant the left knee beside the right. Upper body lifts, palms are touching. Bring hands to heart center. Let's have one full cycle of breath here. In through the nose. And exhale, letting it go through the mouth. We're gonna plant the hands to the mat on all fours. We're gonna press the hips up and back into our first downward facing dog of practice. Maybe pedal out the feet, find a gentle sway of the hips, whatever feels nice for you. Waking up the body, getting it ready for more movement. On your next inhale, we're coming up onto the toes. We're gonna bend into the knees, sending the hips towards the heels and the heart towards the thighs. And you can step, hop, or handstand your way to the top. The next place that we'll meet is in our forward fold. Uttanasana. We're gonna inhale, halfway lift and lengthen. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, root to rise. Slowly rolling up the back body. Palms and gaze meet. Exhale, dive the heart forward. Inhale, halfway lift and lengthen. Exhale, forward fold. Plant the hands. We're gonna step the feet back, plank pose. Exhale, halfway lower chaturanga, pulling the elbows into the rib cage. Inhaling the heart up and through. Exhale, roll over the toes, send the hips up and back. Downward facing. Here we'll start our first sequence of practice. When you're ready, right toes lift. Exhale, upper body shifts forward, bring your right knee to nose, and we're holding. Inhale, the right toes back up. Exhale, right knee to nose, and we're holding. Inhale, the toes back up. Exhale, right knee to nose, and we're holding. Inhale, the toes back up. Exhale, right knee to left elbow this time. And then we're gonna send the foot all the way through, extending the right leg long. From here, we are going to lower the hips to the mat, opening up in our straddle. We're gonna plant the left hand to the outside of the left hip. And as we lift our hips from the mat, right arm is gonna swing up, over, and back. We're turning to the outside of the left foot, the inside of the right foot. And then we're gonna lower back down. We're gonna plant both hands outside of the right hip. And we're gonna lower the upper body, finding a outer hip stretch. From here, we're gonna tuck on to the left toes. And as we press up, we're unraveling the right leg, sending the right toes back up towards the sky in our three-legged downward facing. And then we're gonna lower the right toes to meet the left in our downward facing. Inhale, come up onto the toes, bend into the knees. We're gonna step, hop, or handstand. to the top of the mat. We'll meet in our forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift and lengthen. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, root to rise. Palms and gaze meet. Exhale, dive the heart forward. Inhale, halfway lift and lengthen. Exhale, forward fold. Plant the hands. We're gonna hop back into our chaturanga, making sure to land with bent arms, elbows pulled in. Inhale the heart up and through. Exhale, send the hips up and back. Downward facing. We'll do that same sequence on the left side when you're ready. Left toes lift. Exhale, left knee to nose, and we're holding. Inhale, left toes up. Exhale, left knee to nose. Inhale, back up. Exhale, left knee to nose. Inhale, back up. Exhale, this time left knee to right elbow. We're gonna send that foot through, extending the left leg long. We're gonna lower the hips all the way to the mat. We're sitting in center straddle, planting the right hand on the outside of the right hip, turning on the outer edge of the right foot, the inner edge of the left foot as the left arm comes up and back. And release the hips back down. We're gonna plant both hands to the mat on the outside of the left leg. We're twisting until our upper body is laying on or towards the mat, stretching out the outer left hip. We're gonna tuck onto the right toes, and as we press up, we're unraveling the left leg, sending left toes back up, in our three-legged downward facing. Lowering the left toes to meet the right. On your next inhale, we're coming up onto the toes. We're gonna bend into the knees. You can stop hopper handstand to the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift and lengthen. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, root to rise. Palms and gaze meet. Exhale, dive the heart forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Plant the hands, hop back into chaturanga. Inhale the heart up and through. Exhale, roll over the toes and the hips up and back. Downward facing. We're gonna do that sequence one more time on each side. When you're ready, right toes lift. Exhale, upper body shifts forward, bringing right knee to nose, and we're holding. Inhale, right toes up. Exhale, right knee to nose. Inhale, toes up. Exhale, right knee to nose. Inhale the toes up. Exhale, right knee to left elbow. Send the right foot through. And we're lowering the hips and opening up to our seated straddle. Planting left hand on the outside of the left hip, turning to the outer side, the outer edge of the left foot, the inner edge of the right. Sending the hips up as the right arm comes up and around. Lowering back down, back to center straddle, planting both hands to the outside of the right hip. We're twisting the upper body and lowering it towards the mat. Tuck onto the left toes, press up, Unraveling the legs, sending the right toes up. Lower the right toes to meet the left. Downward facing. Inhale up onto the toes. Bend into the knees. Step, hop, or handstand will meet in our forward fold. At the top, inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, root to rise. Palms and gaze meet. Exhale, dive the heart forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. We're gonna plant the hands. You can play with the handstand here if you'd like, or a switch kick or something. Whatever you've got in your practice, if you have any inversions. Maybe you catch the balance for a minute or a second. Maybe not. Either way is fine. The next place that we meet is in our downward facing, where we're going to start the left side. When you're ready, inhale, left toes up. Exhale, upper body shifts forward, bring left knee to nose. Inhale, left toes up. Exhale, left knee to nose. Inhale, left toes up. Exhale, left knee to nose. Inhale the toes up. Exhale, left knee to the right elbow. Send the foot through, extending the left leg long. Lower the hips. Opening up to our straddle. We're gonna plant the right hand on the outside of the right hip. And as the left arm comes up and around, we're pressing the hips up towards the sky. We're gonna lower the hips back down, back to center straddle. Plant both hands on the outside of the left hip. We're twisting the upper body and lowering the heart towards the mat. We're gonna tuck onto the right toes. And as we press up, we're unraveling the left leg, sending the left toes back up and our three leg down. Lower left toes to meet the right and our downward facing. Let's have one full cycle of breath here together in through the nose. And exhale, letting it go through the mouth. On your next inhale, we're coming up onto the toes, bending into the knees, sending the hips towards the heels and the heart towards the thighs. You can step, hop, or handstand your way to the top. We'll meet in our forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift and lengthen. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, root to rise. Palms and gaze meet. Exhale, dive the heart forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Plant the hands, hat back. Chaturanga. Inhale the heart up and through. Exhale, downward facing. Inhale up onto the toes. Bend into the knees. Step, hop, or handstand to the top of the mat. Forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift and lengthen. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, root to rise. Palms and gaze meet. Dive the heart forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands. Hop back, chaturanga. Inhale the heart up and through. Exhale, roll over the toes, downward facing. Inhale, come up onto the toes, bend into the knees. Step, hop, or handstand to the top of the mat, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift and lengthen. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, root to rise, palms and gaze meet. Exhale, dive the heart forward. Inhale, halfway lift and lengthen. Exhale, forward fold. Plant the hands. You can play with an inversion. You can hop back to chaturanga. The next place that we'll meet is in our downward facing. From down dog, we're gonna walk the hands back towards the feet, finding a forward fold at the back of the mat. We're gonna inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, root to rise. Palms and gaze are gonna meet overhead. From here, we're gonna bring the right knee up and into the chest. We're gonna lower slowly the right knee and the right shin all the way to the mat, landing behind the left leg in our cross-legged position here. And then we're gonna press right back up into that left foot, coming all the way back up to standing. Hands at heart center, right knee is up into the chest. And we're gonna lower right back down where we came. So right leg is lowering to the mat behind the left leg. And we're finding both sits bones in this cross-legged position. This time, right elbow is gonna find the left knee. We're gonna plant the left hand behind us by our left hip, reaching long through the spine, and then we're gonna twist. Gaze is over the left shoulder. Inhale, back to center. We're going to press back into this left foot, but as we do, we're going to send our arms into airplane wings, and our right toes are going up into our standing split. So we're pressing our weight forward into that left foot. Arms are coming to airplane wings, right toes are up. We're gonna lower the right toes to the mat, landing beside the left. And we're going to bend into our knees as much as we have to plant both hands to the mat. So it could be, depending on your flexibility, it could be a slight bend, or it could be, a pretty large bend. Wherever you're at, it is important to meet yourself there in your practice. From here, we're going to do some calf raises. So we're going to press up onto the toes, and we're holding at the top, squeezing the calves. Trying to keep all of our weight in our legs and our feet. Our hands are really just there for balance. And we're gonna lower the heels slowly, not all the way to the mat, but just to a hover. And then we're gonna press the heels back up. Squeezing the calves. We're gonna lower and press right back up. Lower. Last time, we're pressing up and holding. Exhale, we're releasing all the way into our forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift and lengthen. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, root to rise. Slowly rolling up the back body. Palms and gaze meet overhead. We're gonna draw the left knee up and into the chest this time. Bringing hands to heart center. We're gonna slowly start bending into that right knee, lowering the left knee and the left shin all the way to the mat behind the right leg. We're lowering our sits bones all the way down. We're gonna press right back up into that right foot, going right back where we started. Bending into that right knee, lowering left knee back to the mat. This time, left elbow is hooking onto the right knee. We're planting the right hand back behind us by our right hip, reaching tall through the crown of the head, and then we're on our exhale, we're twisting. gaze is over the right shoulder. And release back to center. From here, we're going to press our weight into the right foot as we do. Arms are going to come to airplane wings and left toes are going up towards the sky in our standing split. So we're pressing into the right foot. Arms are coming into airplane wings. Left toes are up. Releasing left toes to the mat. Planting left foot beside the right. And from here, we're finding that slight bend or large bend, whatever you need, whatever it takes to plant both hands to the mat. Here we're pressing into the toes, sending the heels up in this calf raise. We're flexing the calves. We're going to slowly lower the heels back down, just to a hover. And then we're pressing slowly back up. We're squeezing, we're flexing the calf muscles. We're lowering, slow and controlled, to a hover and then pressing back up. Squeezing at the top. We're lowering. One more time, we're pressing up. And we're lowering. As the heels touch, we're letting the upper body fold into our forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, root to rise. Palms and gaze meet. We're going to do that sequence one more time on each side. Bring the right knee back up into the chest. Hands to heart center. We're going to lower the right knee and the right shin all the way to the mat, landing behind the left leg. And then we're going to press right back up to standing with the right knee into the chest. Lowering back down. In our cross-legged position, right elbow hooks onto the left knee, planting left hand behind, sitting tall and twisting. Gaze is over the left shoulder. Inhale back to center. We're going to press into the left foot as arms come to airplane wings. Right toes are up, standing split. We're going to lower the right foot to meet the left. Slight bend in the knees until you can plant the hands to the mat. We're coming up onto the toes in our calf raise. Slowly lowering the heels back down to a hover. And then lifting. Flexing at the top. Lowering back down. Lifting. Lowering back down. Lifting the heels. Last time, lowering. Lifting the heels, and we're squeezing the calves at the top. As you lower the heels to the mat, upper body folds in our forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, root to rise. Rolling up the back body, palms and gaze meet. Bring left knee up into the chest. Hands to heart center. We're going to start to bend into the right knee, lowering left knee and left shin towards the mat. Then we're pressing right back up to standing. Left knee to chest. Lowering back down, slow and controlled. Once you're on your sits bones, left elbow hooks the right knee, right hand plants behind by the hip. We're sitting tall. On your exhale, we're twisting. Gaze is over the right shoulder. Inhale, release back to center, pressing into that right foot. Arms come to airplane wings. Left toes are up in our standing split. We're going to slowly deliver left toes to the mat, planting the foot beside the right. And we're going to find that little bend in the knees until we can plant our hands to the mat. We're pressing into the toes, sending the heels up, flexing the calves at the top. And slowly lower to a hover. Inhale back up. Slowly lower. Inhale up. Flexing at the top. Exhale, lower. Send the heels up. Last time, we're lowering. Send the heels back up, and we're flexing at the top. As you lower the heels back to the mat, we're letting the body hang in our forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift and lengthen. Exhale, forward fold. We're gonna walk the hands back into our downward facing. Pedal out the feet here. On your next inhale, we're gonna come up on to the toes, bend into the knees. Step hop or handstand your way to the top. We'll meet in our forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, root to rise. Palms and gaze meet. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Plant the hands, step, hop, handstand, play. The next place that we will meet is in our downward facing dog. And here we'll start our cool down sequence. When you are ready, right toes lift. On your exhale, we're gonna bend into the right knee, opening up that hip, pulling the right knee up towards the sky. We're gonna draw some big, yummy, open circles. When you have finished the one that you are on, we're gonna bring the right knee to nose. And then we're going to lower the knee and the shin all the way to the mat, extending left toes long behind us as upper body lifts in our pigeon pose. On your next inhale, we're gonna open up towards the left. We're going to extend the right leg long as well, so we are back in our straddle. From here, palms are gonna meet overhead, and then right fingertips are gonna reach long for the left toes. Stretching out the right side body, making sure to press the right sits bone back down if it has lifted. Inhale back up to center. Exhale, left fingers towards the right toes. Stretching out the left side body. Shifting that left hip down if it has lifted. Inhale, back to center. From here, we're gonna bend into the left knee as we send the right toes long behind us, finding our pigeon on the other side. Releasing the upper body, planting both hands. We're going to tuck onto the right toes, sending left toes up towards the sky in our three-legged downward facing. We're going to bend into that left knee, pulling the left knee up towards the sky. We're going to draw those big circles on this side. When you finish the one that you are on, we're going to lower the left toes to meet the right in a downward facing dog, facing the back of our mats. From here, we're going to lower the knees all the way to the mat. We're going to untuck the toes. You can pat out the tops of your feet. And on your inhale, we're dropping the belly, lifting the gaze and the tailbone. Exhale, tucking the chin into the chest, curling the tailbone. Inhale, opening back up. Exhale, tucking the chin in, pressing the heart into the space in the back body. Inhale, opening up the heart, lifting the gaze. Last time, exhale, chin into the chest. From a neutral spine, we're just going to send the hips to the right or to the left, it doesn't matter. And we're just going to spin around until we are all the way on our behinds, extending our legs long towards the top of our mats. Palms are going to meet overhead. We're going to reach forward, extending the fingertips long towards our toes. Maybe they find the toes, maybe they find the shins. Wherever they are resting is completely fine. Eventually letting our heads hang as well. Stretching out the muscles in the backside, the muscles in the neck and the lower part of the head. On your next inhale, we're reaching long through the fingertips and using the strength of the core, we're going to slowly roll all the way to our backs. We're going to draw the knees into the chest one at a time. Head and shoulders are going to lift. Arms are going to wrap around the knees, clasping onto opposite elbows. And then we're lowering the head back down. Getting a compression squeeze in our knees and our hips. We're going to send both bottoms of feet up towards the sky. We're going to grab onto the outer edges of both feet with the palms of the hands and draw the knees down towards the mat. In our happy baby pose. Releasing the grip of the feet, we're going to extend the right leg long, keeping left knee bent in towards the chest. Then we're finding our supine twist. Left knee is falling off towards the right side of our mat. Arms are either out to a T or a cactus, whatever your preference. Inhale back to center. We're going to extend left leg out long. Draw the right knee up and into the chest. Then we're going to drop the right knee off the left side of our mat. And inhale back to center. Is there any other postures that you would like to add to your practice today? This is a good place to do that, and I encourage it. If not, the next place that we are going to meet is in Shavasana. Heels together, big toes out. Arms are down by our sides, palms facing up. Shoulder blades are slightly pulled together on the back body. We're relaxing the muscles in the face and the jaw, taking note of how different we may feel in comparison to the beginning of our practice. We're gonna have one last full cycle of a breath here together. And on the exhale, we are releasing everything and anything that no longer suits us in our lives, making space for the things that do. Inhaling through the nose, the largest inhale we've taken all practice. Holding at the top for just a second. And exhaling through the mouth, letting it all go. And as your body finds its natural rhythm of breathing, go ahead and drop in. For today's practice, this is where I will leave you. I want to thank you so much for choosing to spend time here today. The light in me honors, acknowledges, and respects the light in each of you. Until next time, namaste.